By the way, Sean, fuck you too. The way you fucking talk to me.
Sean here, and pop quiz in this video. One of these potential catfish ideas would desperately need to stay with him and he would be in heaven. And the others wouldn't need him. Let's go. I've got a couple ideas for new catfish, and I think number one on my list is a female inmate. One that is in there for a similar charge. One that is in there who is constantly getting in trouble. Someone who doesn't have a lot of money, who won't accept money from Lorne because somehow it's a violation of her terms accepting money from a registered sex offender because, well, she's a registered sex offender. Lorne would have to keep it from his probation officer and parole whoever. Obviously, you can't walk up, hey, I'm in love with a prisoner. She's got the same charges and the same issues that I have, and she's constantly getting in trouble. And if he did, they could look the prisoner up. But here's the deal. Even if they didn't find her, she could tell Lorne, I don't want to give you my real name yet. And he would accept it. She doesn't want to give anyone her real name because she doesn't want anyone to look her up. She knows about Lorne's notoriety, and she doesn't want everybody to know about her charge. Just him. And that would make him feel very special and important. And we know that's a big hook. It would also be validation for him because he could then go, see, it's not just me, there's somebody else. You could have her tell him that she was caught on one of these shows, or at least caught in a sting by perverted justice or somebody. She could mention Xavier Von Erck, and of course that would set him off. She'd have instant credibility. It would be the ultimate catfish because her date could keep moving back forever. And as long as she stayed on the phone with Lorne, that's all he cares about. You gotta be good, baby, honey. You gotta be good. You don't want to get stuck in there for longer. Oh, you just got your sentence extended? Come on, baby, stop your stupid bullshit. He would also feel that she was in prison and desperately needed somebody to talk to so he could behave however he likes. She could talk about the corrections officers paying her a little bit too much attention and how she had to do some favors. If you cheat on me for the 75th time, we're through. I think that would work. I don't know about you guys, but that catfish would work. Another catfish idea I had, an exotic dancer. Someone who is in her 30s but looks like she's in her 20s. Somebody who gets a lot of attention from guys, and they all want to buy her with money because we know Lorne. I don't care about money. We know he cares about money. She could also tell him, well, if we get together, Lorne, I can provide for you. Well, you know what? That'd be a bad idea because then he would just go, well, I don't have to work anymore. I was looking for a job for 5 years, but now I don't have to anymore because I got a stripper girlfriend coming up. And she's got to be 18 or she couldn't strip. That is wrong, Lorne. There are lots of cases out there where 16, 17-year-old girls who fake their age for some seedy establishments, they were able to get in and dance and make a lot of money. Now, I'm certain that the owner was aware that they weren't 21, but come on, man. We're talking about Lorne here. None of that would matter anyway. You're accepting all this jewelry, cars, because all that's legit stuff that these guys will do. You're accepting cars, jewelry, you're going out on dates with them. You want me, you want me. Get rid of the piece of shit. So she could really string him along, like pull him along, put him in the back of the sled, slap some reindeer on that bitch, and the pedo sleigh would just take off full speed. The strip club would have to be close. It would have to be in a city like Bangor or Bangor, however you say it. No, that's Oregon, sorry. There's a place in Maine, I can't remember the name. Maybe someplace like Portland, someplace like that. A place that Lorne wouldn't and couldn't travel. I know he talks about water, but if it doesn't have a Ville in it, I'm pretty sure Lorne doesn't go to it or can't go to it. So you'd have to put her in a place where she wouldn't necessarily want to leave because she would lose a lot of money. Lorne, if I come see you up on one weekend, if I come up and see you on one weekend, I'm going to lose thousands of dollars. So you're going to have to figure out how to come up to me. He can't, and he wouldn't. Tony's gone. Roy is there, but I think the only way Roy would get involved if there was some kind of promise of money or sex or something. I just don't think that anyone would take the time to take him up there. And I'm not even sure if he has reliable transportation, no matter what he says. 50-something years old, and he would believe, out of all of the rich men that came in there that were spending money on lavish gifts, treating her like a queen, she was going to take the guy in the moldy, dilapidated trailer. He would believe it. He dropped one of the biggest names on NBC. I was dating a porn star. His relationship OCD and his obsession with women would be too much for him. It would override all rational thought. How long do you think it would take before he wanted her to quit? Another option would be a female doctor. A female doctor specializing in the male genitalia. I don't think Lorne believes that women could or should be doctors. And one that specialized in male genitals, we know he is extremely insecure about his crooked, broken dink. Shut the fuck up about my broken dink because my dink ain't broke. You don't just talk about size. You talk about performance and how she's aware that these men have more stamina and better performance because of what she does, and that there are proven results. He would begin to question how she knew. He would begin to question, can't you just change professions? Why do you like to specialize in male? Why do you like to work on dinks? Then have her drop this about 3 months in. Well, I also work on enlargements. One of my responsibilities after these surgeries is to make sure they can get erect, that they still function. Holy shit. What? You're around hard-ons all day? And we know Lorne thinks that anything with a penis, they have to have sex. She could tell him, just like the stripper, that these men will propose to her and things like that because she's successful, she's got a nice house on the lake. He wouldn't even care if she told him the reason she was interested in him is because she saw pictures of his privates, of his genitalia, and thought she could help, because there's obviously an issue there. Constantly saying things like, you know, Lorne, I've seen a lot of penises like yours, a lot, and there's something we could do about it. You ever wanted to have 8 inches? We can make that happen. Shut the fuck up about my broken dink, because my dink ain't broke. I don't know how he would take that, but if there was promise that something, anything on this woman, her lab coat, anything might touch his junk, he's totally on board. Especially because she's a doctor. I'm sure he got off by saying, my girlfriend's a porn star. Imagine walking around with his little chest out saying, yeah, I'm dating a doctor. He'll never see any of these women in person. He won't. And this one, being around penises, man, this would... See, as a stripper, she'd be around genitalia, grinding all over them, but Lorne would think they were in the champagne room all of the time. But as Chris Rock says, there's no sex in the champagne room. He could talk about whatever he wanted, but have her change the subject back to doctors at her work. Male doctors are always wanting her to take a look at their junk and see if she could help them improve it. They could be asking her, does this look normal when it's erect? Because it curves a little bit this way and a little bit that way. Have her say her goal is to make every penis straight. Because we know Lorne, he got mad when a plate of spaghetti was made into the shape of a penis and it wasn't crooked. Have her not like balding men. And also talk about she helps run a clinic for hair loss. Those are 2 things right there that would instantly make Lorne lose his shit. And if she wanted to have some fun, She could talk about how she liked men who waxed the hair off of their body. Let's see if Lorne would do that. I'm not sure he would because it would cost money. I think he would shave it. Ugh. All that weird, disgusting Bigfoot pubic hair that we've all had to see at least once or twice, whether we wanted to or not. Sometimes those images just come up in streams and you're like, whoa, what am I seeing here? I'm doing a jiggy dance for you, honey. The ground rules would be that he could only leave a certain number of messages. He couldn't send any inappropriate pictures. He could never curse around her. Never yell. Never express jealousy. Just lay it all down. Put it out there. She could even set the requirement that he had to read. Something that would help him get smarter or better himself, and that he would have to talk to her about it. Because I don't know if Lorne could actually sit down and read much. I know he likes to write stupid poems like, "Roses are red. My dick is broke. I love you, sweetheart. And that is no joke." That is some shit I would expect from him. What could he offer her? I give you the attention you deserve. I sing to you. Again, we talked about this. Only shit that he wants to give to her. Have her give him a list of everything she loves, everything she enjoys, and see if Lorne can give her any of that, or is willing to give her any of that. Ask him about his future plans. Ask him what he has in the works. The answer, of course, would be nothing, but maybe this would spark him into action. I don't know. The idea of a hot female doctor who could help him with his broken dink, maybe, just maybe, that would work. He would finally, possibly, get laid. But we know he never will. Those are just my thoughts for today. I love you guys. More stories coming soon. I'll talk to you in the next one.
Well, you don't want me to think this fucking shit? Then I guess you better stop this stupid fucking shit.